Hello everybody. This is a short video which will explain you what exactly the problem statement is all about and what are the things that we are going to implement into this particular problem statement so that it differentiate us from the rest of the group of SIH 2024. So let's get started. Myself Ankit Dubey and my team name is Runtime Terrors. So going with the slide 2, as slide 1 is all about just the basic thing, the details about the students, about the participation, and also it's not necessary that should be in our discussion. So going with the slide 2, so it says the topic name is Insight Sphere. It's very basic, but I would say it's not basic also. It's very contradicting also because we have categorized the login page into three particular things: institute, faculty, and students. Like for example, if administrator has to log in, so he or she is going to log in into the institute login page, whereas for the teachers, faculty login page, and for the students the same. So institute is further classified or the categorizes into structural and management. Structural is all about, for example, for every department we have its own committee. So how well the committee is performing, how well the committees are organizing events, how frequently they are organizing events precisely, and how much money or revenue they are generating out of it, and what are the feedback. So that is something that is going to get recorded or that is going to get uploaded into this structural committee by the administrator. Remember this, it's just for the institute login page, no other people is going to log into this. That's very important thing. Going with the management, it categorizes into accountant, staff, and infrastructure. For example, like if someone has to rate the college, so he or she is going to get first rate according to the infrastructure. So infrastructure plays the most important and the most prominent role for the educational institution, like their overall rating. So infrastructure, so this is the section where most of their expenses is so we have to just upload the expenses, the number of equipments they are putting in half yearly or annually. So that what we have to upload here, by the administrator is going to upload here. And for the staff, like number of people who have been paid their salaries and number of people who are remaining, and accountants, whereas the same thing. So going with the faculty login page, it's the most important, and it plays the most important role because it the faculty, the teacher is going to upload or store the student records. Like for example, if there is a class advisor, he or she is going to upload the student records here. And also, as you know, that faculty or the teachers itself publishes their research papers, so they will also get the feedback according to their research papers here. And a lot of other things, like for example, if teachers is also participating in some extra activities, so that also is going to get the uploaded here by the institution. Remember this, the extra activity is going to get uploaded by the institution, not by the faculty. Faculty is going to store the data here for the students, not for annual. He or she is going to make the annual reports for the students and upload here, like number of students who have participated into the committees, number of students who are very good with the curricular activities and all like stuff. So going with the third, the last thing but not the least, students login page. It's and also this is the most important thing because what I feel, because it also enables one important thing, that for example, like for let's particularly talk about the engineering. So students really, I don't know why, but students really avoid telling their marks, or they are telling their academic performance to their parents. So here we have maintained that parents can also access to this particular, so that parents can also get their children's records, like how well their children's the child is doing, like they will also get the clarity. So this is sorry for the students, that's what the unique feature we are going to like do here. So here students also, and one important thing, like students also publishes their research papers, so they will also get the feedbacks here. And they can also view their attendance, like half yearly or annually their attendance, that's all, and will get their annual reports here. And also we have maintained here the most important thing and the most crazy thing, I would say, the innovation and the uniqueness that we are like giving to this particular problem statement is: first, multilingual, it's multi-language; second, monthly half yearly report; and third, enhanced prediction accuracy insights using ML and NLP. It's basically like, for example, like I've seen a lot of institutions, they publishes their annual report annually. So we are not here to just do it for the annually, we are doing it for the monthly also and a half yearly, so that student can frequently get the or very efficiently get the idea that how well he or she is performing over the period, like over the month period or over the half yearly. So how well he or she is performing, so that's what we have. So rest of the like just normal thing, like, so that's what we are aiming. And the third, which is the prediction accuracy, this is the slide, this is the point, this is the section, I would say, is the one thing. Like, for example, we are also going to give some tips, like how well student can improve themselves into the particular field. For example, if there is an xyz students, if he or she is not performing good with their academic things, like my my academic performance is very poor. So for my kind of people, like will get some tips so that they can improve in the field of this particular thing. So that's the most important thing. So here we are using ML and NLP, machine learning and NLP, natural language programming. So that's what we are using here, which is very technical, which is very sophisticated also, but just to give a unique feature, that and just to have some innovation. Like, we don't have to work traditionally like how things were working, because we have to remove this traditional annual report system that was just like a book, like we will just have to take the print on and all like stuff. So we have to just remove that. So we should have some unique features, so that it's very good for the, it's very feasible, it's very viable also at the same time. So that's what we have kept in the mind. So going with the third slide, which is about the technical approach, it's nothing, it's like, it's what there is no explanation about this. We are using front end frameworks like React, Tailwind, CSS, TypeScript, and a lot of things. We are getting backend, for the backend Django we are using. So this is the slide, I would say. It's not about, it's not good to be discussed, because it's about the implementation. Here comes the application and the implementation, how well we are going to approach to the project. So it's not for the discussion. So going with the feasibility and viability. So for the feasibility, we have maintained the portal in such way that it's very data integration can work here, data privacy and security with the regulation, with the regulatory under GDPR and FERPA that we have mentioned in this point third here. So, and also the fourth point or fifth point, which concludes with the thought that it's very lower cost. Like, for example, we are like that traditional annual report consists of some papers, and also it was comparatively very expensive. So comparative to this digitalized annual report, I would say. So it basically we have uses open source technologies to just lower cost this. And there are also report templates, which is nothing but will get the prediction, like the tips and all, for the to how they can improve themselves. And for the financial viability, that's the most important thing that we have did here, is the subscription based pricing that we can do here. And low variable cost due to scalable nature of software based solution, that's what I have said. We are removing the traditional output, annual report. So it's like very, it was very expensive, but after this, I would say, like doing it with the software based solution, it is minimizing the cost. And third, high profit margins compared to traditional annual report, which is the same thing as I said previously. For the second point is the same thing. So financial viability, we are also focusing into this. And market opportunity is like crazy, vast amounts of data annually. Institutions, educational institutions generates vast amounts of data annually, so we can have a good amount of money, seriously I'm telling. So this is the crazy part, I would say. And growing demand for user friendly and visually appealing annual reports to engage stakeholders like administrator also, student also, and the faculty itself can also buy their feedbacks. And competitive landscape, there is I would say there is no as such competitors, like a very great competitors, there is no. So it's very limited, like for example, there is Canva like things. So it's comparatively like they don't have the better annual report. And These are the things like we have given here for the first answer. It's not. So going with the last slide, impacts and benefits, and then research paper references. So, benefits of Insight Sphere is nothing but it's transparency, it's enhanced communication, because enhanced communication is like sharing information. The portal improves communication between departments and the stakeholders, because as faculty is going to upload their student records, the student can access to it. So this is the proper communication. So this is what the enhanced communications. This is the benefit, I would say more precisely. And going with the potential impact, and what are the what are our target audience? It's students, faculty and staff, parents and supervisors. We are going to give the subscription model for students, for faculty, staff, parents and supervisor. As I've said, for the student login page, we are accessing that for the so that parents can also access to their child's record. So that's what these are the target audience that we have. Going with the research papers, research and references, you can read it. It's it's about Capone and Hassan S. Khan. So these are the few research papers and the short description we have given into the right slide. So let's get and you uh, might think you understood what exactly we are doing and how the things we are implementing. So at the end, just want to conclude with one thing, that every each and everything has its own pros and cons. So we are just aiming to have a change in the educational institute, so that we can get a good educational reports. Like for example, just to remove that traditional annual report, we have to digitalize everything is getting software based. So we have to also make our educational ourselves more secure and more digitalized, so that it generates a good report. So let's end here. Thank you.